right,
The
aren't you?
saints are in the conclave.
The what?
My family's in the kitchen. Come on, I want you to meet them.
Okay, sure. It's a nice little house.
Yeah, it's okay. They got some nice things upstairs, but...
Rake. R-A-K-E.
It's double, so that's 13. Not bad.
Scott, Terry, I want you to meet my friend Mary Mason.
Mason?
Oh, no.
What are you doing here?
What? You know these guys?
No, them, no. I hate them.
What?
Is this your idea? Some kind of a joke?
I
What is
get
this?
it.
Is sick.
I don't understand. What
This
kind
is
of a joke?
disgusting. What?
Mary,
you've been
you're
planning this.
relaxed.
You've been all
Come on,
along. This is great. You're just some kind of a wacko. Leave me alone.
Come on.
Tantrum. Tantrum. Don't believe it.
Don't tell me you can't do anything about it.
Becky loves Russ. I can't help that.
You can do anything you want to.
All right, then I will. Carrie, you're not being reasonable.
Reasonably. I'm seeing my only son make exactly the same mistake I made 22 years ago. There is no reason to this. It's a cruel joke. I'm not strong enough to be logical, and neither are you. Your facades just last longer than mine do. You'll go home to your air-conditioned, two-card, cream-moisturized wife and forget everything. That's your escape, and I'll bet you can't wait to leave. But Russ is all I've got. You may not want to solve this problem, but I have to.
What problem? You don't want Russ ever to get married? You're not giving Becky a chance.
I gave her chances. I told her I was willing to help her get over Russ.
You didn't. Oh, Carrie, say you didn't.
I know those kinds of women. I know what they're after. So I thought maybe I could cut some corners.
You offered her money?
Either she gets it straight from me, or she milks it from Russ and ruins his life along the way.
You are impossible.
Oh, you've arranged entire elections with money. I'm only using it to solve one domestic quarrel.
There are times when I wish I had half of the power that people attribute to me.
Relative, Vince. Next to me, you're the commander-in-chief.
Well, I know better than to come between Becky and Russ. I've seen that look in her eyes.
Oh, fine. Your romanticism is just sweeping me off my feet. But while you're at it, take a look into Russ's eyes. You won't see love. There's fear, there's intimidation, but not one bit of affection for Becky.
You can't know that.
I know it as only a mother can. Russ's living with Becky is a mistake.
And you're going to save him from the consequences? It doesn't work that way, Carrie. Listen, I can twist a man's arm. I can lean on him. I can beat their brains out sometimes. But never yet have I been able to beat brains into anyone.
Fine, Vince. Write a book of wisdom and mail it to me.
Gary, you're going to have to give him up. It's as simple as that. Now, you may not like it, his premarital life. I'm not exactly thrilled with it either. But the point is, he's a man. This is his decision. And he'll either reap the benefits or pay the consequences. But that's it. That's an immutable law of life, and not even Vince Cardello can change that. Listen, I came down here because I thought I could help solve our son's financial problems. And all I've had to listen to is your accusations and his bitterness. Well, great. We've all got 20 years of hatred off of our chests. And what did it accomplish? Nothing. At least I've got the satisfaction of knowing that I tried to help.
You're leaving?
Not immediately. I haven't given up altogether.
I mean, you're leaving me here tonight, alone.
it's surprisingly more energy efficient than you think. The walls are filled with a foam insulation which serve as a noise reducer as well as a heat retainer.
Well, what would my fuel bill be?
Well, that's hard to say. Some people like it cooler in the winter. Put on an extra sweater, you know. But it's fuel heated, and that's a plus. We know what a joke those electric heat pumps are.
Well, I like it. And our old house is not too far from here either.
Really? Where do you live now?
Cedar Haven.
In a condo.
Oh, I see. By the Cedar Haven Athletic Club?
Just 2 blocks away from the Cedar Haven Golf Club.
Oh, well, this neighborhood is different from that part of town. Here. And remember, the name's Drusilla Parker. Give me a call when you decide, okay?
Well, thank you so much for showing us around.
Bye now.
Look, Mom, even she doesn't know what we're doing around here looking for a house in this neighborhood.
Oh, gee, did you see the living room? That bay window.
Yes, I saw 6-figure fuel bills with enough dust to blanket Kansas.
Oh, Gene, the dust can be clean and the bills paid. But you look at the outside of the house. It is beautiful. Gene, don't you feel at home
Yeah,
there?
sure. We come around the corner, I see the old station, I see the alley where I used to play kickball. It's a real thrill.
See?
No, Mama, that's nostalgia. That's not feeling at home.
Oh, can't you sense the new waves here? The whole neighborhood is being restored, Gene.
Oh, Mom, come on, quit kidding yourself.
Oh, Gene, did you hear what she said about the insulation?
Oh, sure. Soundproof. Keep the riots down to a low roar inside, yes.
Do you know what you're saying, Gene?
Yes, I know what I'm saying. I kept my end of the bargain. We came here to see the house, Mom. We saw the house. Let's get in the car and get back to civilization.
You're
Come on.
prejudiced.
Against the neighborhood, yes.
Is that really all? This house is beautiful and you know it. So's the street. You know, Gene, it's all well and good to fight for the black cause, upholding a black banner, as long as you don't have to live with black folks.
Come on, Mom. That's not being reasonable at all. I'm only concerned about your safety and well-being.
Is that really it, Gene? Is that what you're really worried about?
Gosh.
Liz? Liz, he did it.
Who did what?
Oh, Lord, he gave me the money for the bookstore. When I went to the hospital, I thought they were calling me back to give me another bill, but instead, they gave me all the money back.
What? That's incredible.
I know it's the Lord. Why else would he give it back? Every dime.
But it's too good to be true.
It is
Yeah.
true. Look, all $14,000.
I don't believe it.
I'm going to praise the Lord once for every zero and twice for the 14.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Look.
Oh, praise God.
Funny, those builders want to remodel the Ellendale apartments.
Oh, they're really not in all that out of shape.
Yeah, but this is not a booming area either.
I don't know about that, Gene. I've watched this place going downhill steadily, and then it stabilized for a while, and we're seeing an upswing in realty sales and building permits now.
Boy, I got to keep you away from Mom.
And why is that?
Because she used that same line about restoring neighborhoods.
Well, I didn't say it was Rodeo Drive.
It is to her. She comes from places like this, and now she wants to move back.
And you're against it?
Of course I am. She thinks the only reason I won't let her move back is because I'm prejudiced.
Well, that's a switch.
Yeah. That bothers me, Sam. I got to thinking maybe I like being the only black in the newsroom. I mean, you got causes, you're unique, you get noticed. Still, there are some people with the same amount of education, same experience in news. You meet your social needs, and you can still play the angry rebel.
Jane.
Best of both worlds.
Jane, you are much smarter than that.
Sometimes. You know, this may sound crazy, but it's true. Sometimes I think I'm too smart. Like I can fool even myself because I can argue any point, defend all positions. Sometimes I think I see things Mom's way, I see things my way, and I come off opinionated, but I can still argue any which way I choose. Does that make any sense?
Mm-hmm. What you're saying is that you can see all sides of a problem, but that the final decision comes from your heart, a gut choice.
Mm-hmm.
And most people can only argue one side because that's all they can understand.
But wouldn't that make a simpler life?
A simpler life, maybe, but not a very satisfying one. At least not to you.
We got a jam, Lee. Get out of here. This crazy thing here. There you go, my man. Keep the change.
Thanks.
Oop, I'm gonna punch you in the head.
Woman! Hey, woman!
Oh boy, this is great. Hey, here, I'll just let me take care of this. Just let me take care of this now.
The sweeter woman I never seen.
Hey, man.
Hey, where'd you get this food?
Gene, this is
Just don't you come any closer, man, huh?
Gene, this
Uh-oh,
Come on, let's
man's
go. Let's
me.
go. Come on. Sam, this is no time to take a stand on black unity. Now, let's get out here.
This is my brother, as in my mother's son. Gene, I'd like you to meet Leon. Leon, meet Gene Redler.
Hey, how's it going, man?
All right. Yeah, come on in. Make yourselves at home.
Yeah, it's a pretty modest office you have here, Leon.
Yeah, I had it especially furnished to suit my tastes. This is what you call contemporary temporary. I saw my beautiful sister here walking down the street with the Jean Redline. I thought she was getting arrested.
The Gene Redline.
Newsman. Boy wonder to Scott Davison's Batman. You guys ever catch those smugglers?
Well, Scott and I were fired, but by then we managed to put a dent in their operation.
Well, it's about time someone did something. Crime is so organized around here, us petty thieves are starving to death.
Oh, Leon, you cut that out. Now, you've got a reputable business here.
We're not doing bad. Chesterfield is coming alive again. Don't ask me why. I haven't seen so much buying and selling since the 60s.
When blockbusting started, Leon?
Blockbusting? That a word you learned in college or maybe in the newsroom?
I used to live in Chesterfield, Leon, and when I was growing up there weren't that many blacks there. But the more blacks that move in, the realtors made a lot of money from the whites fleeing to the suburbs, man.
I wasn't in on that.
Uh-huh.
I was busy killing palm trees and rice paddies with Agent Orange so we could all grow up to enjoy a free lunch.
Hey, Leon, have you heard from Uncle Jimmy lately?
Yeah, he called. Said he was on his way down from Detroit.
You're kidding.
Yeah, Jimmy. Still hasn't forgiven the Tigers for blowing their chances for a playoff. You know, they lost 6 of their last 18 games.
Sinful.
When's he coming?
Wasn't sure. You can't make it through the winters anymore. Parking lots don't do anything all winter now that the Lions are playing in Pontiac and all. Hey, maybe I could sell Jimmy a place in Chesterfield, huh?
Well, you don't have to wait for him to move down here. Gene's mother's interested in moving back.
Well, Gene, why didn't you say so?
Well, I didn't want to take the time to bring Mom down, and I just figured it was... No thanks, man.
You didn't want to what? Take advantage? Hey, what are friends for?
Hey, look, my mom's not really sure that she wants to move, and I prefer she stay where she is.
Don't deny a mother's heart. That first rule of life.
And since when did you learn that?
Hey, do as I say, not as I do. No, you don't have to worry about taking advantage with Leon. You only have to worry about losing it.
So, you said you were a widower.
4 years now.
Do you miss her?
Would you like the polite answer to that or the truth?
Well, we could wait until our second round.
No, I'm not afraid to talk about it. Her name was Kendra. She was beautiful, she aged gracefully, and she was a master chef in the kitchen.
Sounds idyllic.
And she always said that I bored her.
Oh, that's ridiculous. What was wrong with her?
Well, I always knew my marriage was in trouble. It was just a question of how long.
Well, John, I'm sure glad you outlasted her.
What a nice thing to say. You know, you're not unlike Kendra.
Oh, really?
Free-spirited, exciting, beautiful.
I'm great in the kitchen, too.
Well, what are we eating here for? You know, you really ought to cook for me sometime.
Yeah. You know, that's a great idea. The only thing is I don't have my own kitchen. In fact, I don't even have my own house or car. I'm just practically reduced to living off the Davidsons.
That must be very hard on you.
It is, really. I don't like being a parasite, but What can you do? I help around the house. I'm still imposing, no matter how you look at it.
You know, I might have a remedy for your situation. My office staff is complaining about overwork lately. Of course, that's a typical complaint, but in this case, it might be valid.
I would be on the office staff? That's wonderful.
Well, not the office staff in a general sense. My secretary, perhaps.
But don't you already have a secretary?
Oh, yes, indeed I do. Mrs. Tressel, as in train. She's a rather large woman, and every time she walks by the mailroom, the boys go, woo, woo.
Oh. Oh, that's so cruel. I love it.
Well, I shouldn't really laugh at her. As a matter of fact, I turned 3 shades of red for the poor dear.
Well, there's nothing like starting your day saying good morning to something like that.
That's the whole point. Well, what do you say? Lily could do the filing and typing and correspondence.
And I would cook your lunch?
I'm not being too forward, am I?
No, not at all. In fact, I think your timing is just perfect. I accept.
Well, let's drink to it.
Okay.
Well, Herbie and I are very excited about your purchasing the store, Mr. Cummings. I've drawn up a transfer of ownership paper, and I have the deed right here.
Already? That's great.
You know me, I want to move on.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought we were here to discuss terms.
Well, they're all contained in the contract, Mrs. Cummings.
Well, yes, but I thought we were going to review them together.
Honey, we know this is what should be done.
Well, perhaps you could excuse us for a moment.
Oh, certainly. Come on, Herbie. How about showing me some of that new stuff, huh?
Liz, what's wrong?
Honey, you know that you shouldn't sign contracts without reading them first.
Yeah, but the Lord's given us the money.
Well, I don't doubt that. But it's our responsibility to take care of that money and not to let it be cheated from us.
Honey, the Lord's going to take care of it. He's not going to let anything like that happen. Besides, he's giving this place to us at a great price.
Honey, he's entrusting us with this store. And I'm sure that he expects us to proceed slowly and wisely.
You think a nice guy like Herbie's going to try and pull anything over on us?
Oh, honey, I'm not being suspicious. I'm being cautious.
Or timid?
No.
Honey, the time is now. We've seen the Lord move for us. The door's swung wide open. We don't want to back off and lose this opportunity, all right? Huh?
All right.
We're ready.
You're going to sign?
Yes, sir.
Well, I hope this proves to be a very profitable enterprise for you. Well, Herbie's already signed.
Okay.
And that completes our business. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the world of literary excellence. I hope you learn to live with it better than I have.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Die hard.
I'm not half as stubborn as you are. I've always appreciated that in a woman, Carrie.
Why are you here, Vince?
I was worried about you. After all said and done, you're not the same woman.
Yes, I am. You never gave me time. You never saw me more than once a month.
Carrie, stop dodging it. Is it some other problem besides this one with Russ?
It's all coming back, Vince. Mistakes don't go away no matter how old they are.
Carrie, we dreamed.
No longer allowed.
As I recall, we also got drunk and all of our problems dissolved.
That's what we thought. I got drunk the night you told me you were marrying Louise.
That's history, Carrie.
Someday you'll leave her, right? Her father's an old man. He'll die soon. She'll run off with someone, and then you'll know. No, I'm where you belong. You know that already, don't you? Oh, life's got some years tucked away, Vince, just for you and me together. You, me, Russ, we'll all be together.
Yeah, that's right, Carrie.
And every tear will be worth it. You do believe that?
Carrie, I better go. You're not being reasonable.
I can't take another night alone.
Carrie, please.
I've been true to you, Vince. Never been with another man. You've paid me well, and I've returned the favor. You know what that makes me, don't you?
I never demanded that kind of faithfulness.
That makes me a very honest, patient, devoted whore.
Oh, Carrie, stop it. Stop the self-pitying. Make something out of your life.
You wanted me, and I was willing to wait.
I never asked you to.
You said you'd leave her someday.
I said that when I was a desperately unhappy newlywed, all of 22 years old. Now, Carrie, stop it. Join the real world. People change, plans change.
My plans never change.
Well, whose fault is that?
It's over. We're finished. Stop the checks. Stop the visits. It's all done.